much. We gotta do a better job of not turning people loose at the rim. You know, thank God we got 5 centers, because if we had 2, I believe both of them would foul out. We just can't keep turning people loose at the rim like that.
So is that the guards? Who is that that's not staying in front of people?
Well, it's all the perimeter guys, yeah.
What's the biggest difference in the second half versus first half?
We made some shots. It was hard to get in any kind of flow. You know, it was. We're trying to speed the game up and play a little faster, and it's hard when there's continual stoppages. So, I think. Well, I mean, let's be honest. They missed a bunch of free throws. That helped us, and we can't take any credit for guarding us.
I know you can't speak directly about officiating as much as you'd like, but what do you tell your team when the officiating during the game appeared to be inconsistent at best?
Well, we really backed off of pressure. You know, we have a heart. We want to get the game going up and down. You know, when we want to use our depth and so we couldn't really do the full court stuff and get them playing as fast as what we wanted them to play. You know, because you don't want certainly them to continue to score from the free throw line, so you have to back it off some.
Coach, did you attack them any differently when you found out they were lacking their center?
No. I'm not smart enough, nor are my guys. You know, we do what we do.
Even if the seedings came out today, you guys are 4 seeded, 14. What does that mean, if anything, and you're in favor of this coming out?
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of pressure off of the committee. I think then now people can see kind of what they're thinking. You know, before it was like a big surprise, and you know, and obviously everybody's not going to agree. So I think coming out now, people kind of can now, you know, kind of do what the committee does, kind of watch teams, see who's playing well, who's not playing well, who's, you know. I mean, we shouldn't have lost some games we lost, Mitch. I mean, that's easy to say, but if we had maybe taken care of our business, we wouldn't be a 4 seed. We'd probably be a 2 or a 1, maybe. I don't know. But I was on the ad hoc committee, and I was very much in favor of them coming out early. I think it does a lot of things. I think it takes a lot of pressure off of them, and they do have a lot of pressure on them. And I think the other thing is it really gets people kind of in the mood of, you know, basketball. So gets basketball a little bit more exposure nationally. And I think it's all good. I don't see any downside in it.
14 sound about right to you?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, if, you know, we got to go play KU, we got to go play Baylor. I mean, if we go play KU and Baylor and happen to win, are we a 4? No. You know? So, you know, we've got a lot of things ahead of us. You know, we struggled to beat Texas at Texas. We lost at Texas Tech. They're coming here. At TCU, who's playing very, very well right now. This league's hard. You know, and I'm not sure that people on the outside even, I don't think they understand how hard it is. And you know what? I mean, I think I can say it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Being in another time zone hurts us. I mean, to say it doesn't is a lie. It hurts us. You get back at 5:30 in the morning. Our guys got back at 5:30 in the morning. What do you do the next day? You can't do anything the next day, really. Watch film. That's watch film and hope they stay awake. And, you know, so, and then come off of that and, you know, play a very physical team like they are, like most people in our league are, and we have to play like crazy and to win that game, and then you know, come in tomorrow. We got to come in tomorrow and do something. Won't do much, but do something. And then go play the number 2 ranked team in the country on Monday. That's hard. That's hard.
Part of the committee's charge, I guess, was to get a better understanding of your ad hoc committee was to get a better understanding of what the selection committee's doing. Did you feel like that was a pretty good two-way street? Did you learn some stuff?
But we never really talked to the committee. We had some former members. Mike Slive kind of took us through it, and Mike's a former chair. I think the biggest thing, and really Mark Few deserves the credit, is not just using the RPI, you know, and you know, you say we don't, but strength of schedule comes from RPI. And I think if we can, and Mark had everything kind of worked out for us, but if you use, you know, say 5 of those matrices, the seating comes out a whole lot different. And I think if the committee can get comfortable, you know, with those other what's it called, matrices? Yeah, matrix. Then I think it's a good thing. I mean, I think the more information, and they say they used them before, but they didn't use them, not to the extent that you know, we kind of recommended that they use.
Is there any one of those that you found just looks better to you than?
No, not really. I mean, there's some that takes into account scores. And you have to be careful of that. You don't want people running up scores just to improve the deal. Some of them weigh wins away from home way more than others do. And you know, in this league, to win away from home, I mean, go to Ames and win is a huge win. I mean, that's a huge win. And go to anywhere in this league and win, it's a huge win.
Coach, are you getting more comfortable with the play of your freshmen, Bolden and West and Sag, or is it still one of those things where you have sleepless nights with them?
Well, I have sleepless nights because I ride that plane back till 5:30 in the morning. But I don't, you know, it's situational, really. Lamont has kind of become part of the rotation. We've played 5 guards before, so playing Beetle more minutes is not really going to be a problem if that's what we think is our best option. Sags has been playing. It's just that Brandon's been here 4 years. This is Elijah's 3rd year. They know more. It's hard to make adjustments with those freshmen on the floor, like I can do with guys that have been here and understand what I'm talking about.
Coach, with the way you guys were able to control the boards today, 47-26, what do you think was the biggest factor in being able to do that today?
A lot of it was DJ not playing. I love that kid. I think that, I mean, he plays. I think he's one of my favorite guys to watch in the league because he works so hard.
Bobby, you slowed down your press a little bit. So obviously they took you, missed a lot of free throws, but they really didn't take many shots or make many shots. How good was your defense, particularly in that second half?
Honestly, Mike, I didn't think we were very good.
Really?
No, I didn't think we were very good. I thought we were much better in Norman than we were today.
Bob, when you woke up this morning, did you think you'd get any minutes out of Dax? Did you get a little bit more out of him than you thought you would, just get him on the floor?
Well, I've had a rule for 35 years as a head coach that if you don't practice, you don't play. If you're too hurt to practice, you're too hurt to play. I mean, I'm not into that. You know, guys taking days off, and you know, you don't know whether they're hurt or not hurt, or you know, because that happens a lot. So Dax practiced yesterday. And was fine. It's a little bit tender, but I don't think he hurts as much as I do every morning. I try to get out of bed.
Bob, going back to your defense, the answer surprised me. Not that I disagree, of course, but what did you not like, or what did you not see that?
We turned them loose too much, Mike. We turned them loose, yeah. We had too many instances where it's hard to score through people, and we just didn't do a very good job of keeping them in front of us. I guess I need to figure out a little more about the cylinder and how that works. I know, but sometimes I think we're trying to put too many absolutes in a game that really doesn't have absolutes. If that makes sense.
Just for clarification, can you explain the technical foul? I'm not,
Which one?
well, were there two technical fouls called? Because there's one on the team and one on Elijah. Elijah didn't seem to think he knew.
One on Elijah and one on me.
So that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't discuss those.
Probably shouldn't. I'd like to, but I can't.
I'd like to hear it.
But should coaches be allowed, I mean, in this age of replays and everything, isn't it about time we allow coaches to say what they think about the officiating of the game?
I talked about that, whatever I was on a couple days ago, right? The reason that they don't come in and do a press conference the way the coaches do is because they're independent contractors. I think it would be a great move on the NCAA's part to bring them in-house. That way, and I think it'd be good for them, because then they could have insurance, they could have retirement, the whole deal. And I think that'd be great. And then, they're working for the NCAA. And I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we just signed a multi-billion-dollar contract. They can afford it. And then divide it off into regions. I don't know, I haven't thought about it enough, but we have 4 regions the way it is in the NCAA tournament. So, I mean, that way you don't. It's just so much better for them. They're not flying across the country. And I mean, everybody knows how tough air travel is today. And so they're not, you don't have guys flying out doing Pac-12 games and then coming back and doing games back here. I'm getting older. I'm getting older, but change the time zone change. It's 8 o'clock out there. It's 9 o'clock here. We'd only got back at 4:30 in the morning the other day instead of 5:30 in the morning. But an hour makes a big difference. Well, you think about maybe going across 2 time zones. And I mean, they do it obviously to make a living, and I wouldn't begrudge anybody make. We got too many people in this country that don't want to work, so it's hard for me to discourage anybody from working. But I just think it'd be better for them. I think they'd be fresher, and the NCAA would have more control. You could do more educational things. I just think it'd be a great thing.